rise, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. Is there any visitor or public comment tonight? See you way back there. Next meeting of this board is Tuesday, February 2nd at 5 o'clock. At 4 o'clock on the same day, we're going to have our pension committee meeting. Movie and ski tickets are available right at discounted prices right here in Doylestown Township. So all you have to do is go online, doylestownrec.com, or head to the front office and speak to the ladies out there. Christmas tree drop-off, New Britain Road until February 14th. And the stormwater survey, that's located at doylestownpa.org. Look under information /stormwater, and the survey deadline is February 29th. We'd like to have everyone, as many people in the township to participate as possible. It's very important. If you don't participate, we don't know what your thoughts are, you don't know what your concerns are, and we can't address them. So participation is really necessary.
Just a question around that. Do we send out reminders if they didn't respond? Or how do we try to get as much response as we can?
Well, it's everywhere, right?
Yeah, it's
Google, can we do Google?
yeah. We Google group it.
Okay.
We can Google group it again and things like that.
Yep.
But it is
Let's keep it in front of people.
it's a survey.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Mhm.
Thanks.
All right, minutes approval from the reorganization meeting on January 4th, 2016.
Move to approve.
Second that.
Is there any question about concerns, corrections? No? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, correspondence from Warrington Township zoning change. This does not affect us, does it?
Not really. It's taking place on a piece of property, the Pledgey property down in Warrington, and that's near County Line Road, and I guess it would be
152, right?
152, that area. And the Planning Commission did review that at their work session last week on Thursday, and they're recommending that no action is needed by the supervisors, and there's no objections because the proposed zoning change really doesn't impact us directly.
All right, well, the minutes will reflect that we received it. Thank you very much.
And I'll correspond with Warrington, let them know we have no
Yes,
comments.
that's good, thank you. Reports from the solicitor, I take it there's none.
No report.
We're very happy to have Doug Maloney here in place of Jeff Garten. Welcome.
Thank you.
Chief, do you have anything?
Yeah, just a reminder that the solicitor's ordinance was amended last year, and it created a no solicitation list for residents that wish to be on it. It expired December 31st, so anybody wishing to put their name on it for 2016 can do the online submission, and we'll get it updated as soon as we get them in.
Thank you.
So if they signed it on the 15th, for 2015, it doesn't automatically carry over to 16. They have to go and resubmit?
Yes, it's the registration is for the calendar year, so it starts on January 1st
Okay.
and expires December 31st.
Thank you.
Anything else, Chief?
That's it.
Got anything, Mario?
Nothing this evening.
Stephanie, got some conference requests?
Yes, I have 3 conference requests, which include overnight stay. The first one is for autumn, going to the PELRES conference in Penn State. The second is our fire marshal going to an arson investigation. There's a note on the desk. He was supposed to be going this weekend, but due to the proposed inclement weather, he's proposing he's going to switch it to the New Jersey conference in March. And the last one is for Karen to attend the PRPS conference at Seven Springs. We would ask the board their authorization so those employees may do the overnight stays at those locations.
Any question about any one of them? We'll take them in all 3. Is everyone okay with that? Is there a motion to approve the 3 requests?
So move that. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any comments from the supervisors? Sean?
We did have our first EAC meeting and Park and Rec meeting since the last meeting, but in lieu of the fact that our next Board of Supervisor meetings is the boards and commissions, and they're going to be given their reports, I'll just defer to that. I'll
Okay.
let them report at that time. Thank you.
And Ken?
The only thing I wanted to report is that we did have another building renovations meeting today, and we're proceeding with that, and there were now that we've kind of gotten down to the space requirements, and like we had talked before about how we're trying to do this fast track and do it with bubble diagrams, not to get into a whole lot of labor to generate this, we're now going at the point where we need to go and get some estimates for what we have. We'll compare that to the other estimates, and we'll come back to the board on February 2nd. We have another meeting on Thursday at 2 o'clock, so that'll give the architects about a week to finalize all that stuff and get ready for the Board of Supervisors on the 2nd.
Do you want to mention the Ways and Means meeting on the 27th? I mean, you did
On the
make
27th?
Is that what you said?
Yeah, 27th, yeah.
At 7 p.m.?
That's, yeah, we have, the Ways and Means is having their first meeting of the year, their reorg meeting on the 27th at 7 p.m. And there's a number of things on the agenda, but one of the primary things we wanted to talk about there was doing a review of the budget process from last year. So we're going to go through, we did a lot of changes last year, and we want to make sure we did the right things, or what can we change to incorporate that into the budget process for 2017. So we're asking for feedback and solicitation on that, so that'll be good.
And you're encouraging all the members of the board to attend?
All the members of the board to attend, and obviously all the members of Ways and Means, and Ken Wallace and his group as well to attend that.
How about the administration members?
Well, Stephanie will be there, and Dick, yeah. I mean, they always attend Ways and Means anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Rick, you have anything?
Yes, at the last DTMA meeting, public meeting, Ron May, the chairman, announced he was resigning effective immediately. He has many issues that need his personal attention. After some discussion, Ron agreed to postpone his retirement until February 19th. True to his past dedication to the township, which totaled 19 years, Ron delayed his resignation so we would have time to announce a replacement. He wanted to make sure we had a smooth transition. He didn't want to leave us in a lurch. I'd like to make two motions. First, to regretfully accept Ron's resignation effective February 19th.
All right, Mr. Second?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye. And second, to nominate Joe Van Houten to replace Ron on the DTMA board effective February 19th. Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, very good. Anything else?
That's it.
All right, I don't have anything, well, I could talk for about an hour, but I won't. To unfinished business is a matter that we had on our agenda 2 meetings ago, I expect. Andrew Miller was considered for the dog park advisory board until we realized he wasn't a dog park member. He has since become a member, and with that, I move for his appointment to the dog park advisory board.
Second.
Everyone okay with that? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so, yeah, we can swear him in position. All right, new business, bike and hike easements. Tom Kelso, do you want to address the board about your easements requests? You're doing a great job, by the way. Thank you,
Well,
as
thank you.
always.
A lot going on,
Yes, I see that.
and this is part of it. And we're asking the board tonight to move ahead with appraisals on 2 properties. And that will allow us, hopefully, to continue negotiating with those property owners, but keep the process moving. I think you have both of those proposals in front of you.
Well, for the Emil property, the anticipated cost is $1,300, and the other was the Fort Hook Farms at $1,200.
Right.
Those are the 2 we're talking about.
And we had a long discussion at the Bike and Hike Committee about this morning, and I think there's a commitment to continue talking to these individuals as best we can and see if we can resolve any issues they may have. But we also felt we needed to begin the process to acquire those 2 easements, just because it takes time.
Right.
And if we don't, if we're not successful in communicating with these property owners and having a successful negotiation, I think we want to be prepared to come back to you and talk about acquiring those.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it's not like it's something new. You've been talking
No.
to these neighbors for years.
That's correct. It's not a last-minute thing here.
Reading the letter from George Wall's attorney, obviously, he's very concerned about the amount of disruption, the 10-foot wide path that's going to go through that set of trees that's there along the wall and along the road. Did the Bike and Hike group talk about, well, is there a compromise?
Yes.
Yeah, and so
We've
what
looked at-
types of things did you guys come up with?
We talked about 3 or 4 different options, and we have talked about those in the past, too.
Okay.
And we're committed to looking at those and trying to communicate those to the owner
Okay.
or the group that owns that facility. I think it's good that we do have a letter back from them, at least. It's not a positive letter, but it's a letter and opens the door, I think, to communications.
Some acknowledgement was good. I mean,
Yeah.
just to the point, representing, or being on the board, or Bike and Hike for the past 4 years, to what Rick said, this has been a topic for all 4 years, and I know it predated that,
Yeah.
so even before my involvement, and this was truly like the first acknowledgement, even though it's not exactly what we were expecting, so.
Okay.
And I think the township's always been sensitive to those issues that were raised in that letter, the historic nature of the property, the aesthetics of it, and having the least impact as possible.
Okay.
And that's true with both of these properties, not just Fort Hook Farm, but this other individual, too. And the impact should be positive. We think it should be positive on both of those properties.
Okay.
So,
All right, so is there a motion to approve the request for the appraisal?
So moved. Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
thank you very much.
No, thank you very much. The next item on the agenda is the request for a second driveway for the Ewer property.
Yes.
Are you the Ewers? Yes. Ewers? Welcome.
Thanks.
We have your materials. Do you have any way?
I just, I was just trying to get my, sorry, the electronics. We do have a request from the Ewers on Bedford, 10 Bedford, to add a second driveway to a new garage they're putting up. You have a memo from Mr. Salisbury, our Director of Code Enforcement.
He has no objection.
And he has no objection, and it actually makes an improvement for the impervious surface as well, because they're not putting that second driveway coming all the way across the property, but are adding a specific second driveway. That is a requirement in the ordinance for driveways related to the Board of Supervisors has the authority to grant that second driveway, and that is why it is before you.
All right, what's the pleasure of the board, as my former colleague would say?
No, I would support it. That's a difficult neighborhood, and the history of it goes back to the unusual sizes and shapes, and it's difficult to really do anything. So this looks like a good improvement to try to make it more livable, if you will, and also comply with the needs of the neighbors and the impervious surface. So I'm okay.
I'd concur. I'd say it's a good plan. And while I have the opportunity before we vote, or if we're going to take, if that's your pleasure, just wanted to mention that for the record, I had a previous employment relationship with the applicant's family member. So just while it's removed and it's a few years ago, I just wanted to put it on there.
Okay.
No big deal, but
Okay.
just
So
wanted
it's
to.
not going to affect your vote?
It certainly won't, but I feel better about saying it, so.
Very good, thank you.
Okay.
All right, is there a motion to approve the request for the second driveway?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome and so long. You did a nice job on the club. Thanks. No, thank you. No. All right, here's my neighbor. All right, next item is the treasurer's report for January 19, 2016. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then the bills list for January 19th. Has everyone got a chance to look at the bills list?
Yes, indeed.
Is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Is there a
Second that.
second? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, well, next meeting of this board is Tuesday, February 2nd at 5 p.m. The Pension Committee meeting is at 4 p.m. on Tuesday the 2nd. Ski tickets and movie tickets at a discounted price are available in our administrative offices or at doylestownrec.com. Christmas tree drop-off, New Britain Road, access to Central Park, up until February 14th. And do go online to answer the stormwater survey at doylestownpa.org. Seeing no other business, we are adjourned. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for all coming. You're welcome.